Guys, one of the regions in the country most concentrated in beauty and wealth is Southwest Florida. Inside Southwest Florida is arguably one of the country's most desirable cities, Naples. Now, inside Naples is one of the world's most desirable neighborhoods, Port Royal. And when you're here, there's a feeling and you just can't help but say, wow. This is Kimberly Alvord. Loves local history, taught me all about Port Royal, starting with the man, Glenn Sample, a guy who in the late 40s didn't see swamp and mangroves. He saw what could become one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the world. Those are his words. He saw it back then.
Mr. and Mrs. Sample were over in Palm Beach, and it was just the fast-paced, social, they didn't really like it. And they had a friend that said, oh, you should go visit the historical Naples Hotel. So they did in the late 40s. They came over and he fell in love.
Mr. Sample was an advertising mogul. He had seen the amazing success of an American magazine called The Married Life of Helen and Warner, and he wondered if that type of episodic storytelling could work on radio. It did, and so the soap opera was born. The term soap opera originated from radio dramas, mostly being sponsored by soap manufacturers. And Mr. Sample's big advertising soap client was Oxydol.
He actually bought all of Port Royal. It was 2 miles for only $53,000.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, just raw land. It was jungle. It was like a jungle here, right? Mangroves, and it was just a mess.
You like this tree?
Love this tree. I love this tree.
Wow,
I want to put a hammock in it or a swing.
You know what I would do?
What?
Treehouse.
Yes.
Funny story how Mr. Sample came up with the name for Port Royal. There is a town in Jamaica in the 17th century called Port Royal, where it was known that pirates were there and smugglers. He thought it would be funny to name Port Royal, Port Royal. And that's why you see the streets named Rum Row, Gin Lane.
Gin Lane and Rum Row. You're in the middle of the road. Which way should I go, gin or rum? I think tonight's rum.
It's a gin lane
Or maybe back up to rum, to the gin.
Names like you would find around pirates.
So he kind of named it ironically.
Yeah.
Although the homes now are the big attraction, Mr. Sample built what he thought would be the most desirable neighborhood in the world by building modest homes.
The homes were small. They were not these huge homes that they are now. You know, I don't think that was Mr. Sample's idea in the beginning. The lots for, around 7,000. And then if they came with a house, they would be like 22,000 for each lot. Can you imagine?
Look at the architectural detail around those windows.
Sample spent 10 years and $3.5 million dredging the canals and bringing sediment and rock to form these fingers, which would beautifully and gracefully extend into Naples Bay. He built modest homes because his feeling was location, location, location. If I create these fingers inside this bay, inside this beauty, with these palm trees and these blue skies in this region, how will these not be the most desirable streets in the world?
Oh my gosh, I love that tree.
That is one crazy tree. When he built it, Sample said there will never be another Port Royal. He was right for many reasons, but one of which is because the Army Corps of Engineers will never allow this kind of construction again. Never. Because now, mangroves are, by law, untouchable. Fast forward to today. 2 square miles of twisted mangroves and wasted swampland now has something even more. Some of the most beautiful homes in the world.
I love just walking the beaches or driving the streets and just looking at the homes.
There are 550 homes here with a $20 million median price.
What is Port Royal like? Well, let me tell you.
So that $53,000 investment is now worth about $11 billion.
My friend.
We'll see you next week.